For centuries, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ has stood as one of the most recognized and emotionally powerful symbols in human history. Whether you're a believer or not, the image of Jesus nailed to the cross is deeply etched into global consciousness. But have you ever asked, why crucifixion? Why such a brutal, humiliating death? In the Roman Empire, crucifixion was the harshest form of execution, typically reserved for slaves, rebels, and those deemed enemies of the state. It was not only a method of death, but a tool of public shame and deterrence. Victims were stripped, nailed, or tied to wooden crosses and left to die slowly, usually from exhaustion or suffocation. So why did Jesus, a man who preached love, forgiveness, and spiritual truth, suffer such a fate? From a Christian perspective, Jesus' crucifixion was the fulfillment of divine prophecy, a sacrifice for the sins of humanity. But historically, his death was also deeply political and religious. To the Jewish leaders of the time, Jesus was a threat. His growing influence among the people, his radical reinterpretation of Scripture, and his claims of divine authority challenged the existing religious order. According to the Gospels, Jesus predicted his death and willingly accepted it. He knew betrayal was coming from one of his own disciples, Judas Iscariot. For 30 pieces of silver, Judas agreed to hand him over. On the night of the Passover, Jesus shared a final meal with his disciples, during which he instituted what Christians now call the Last Supper. He spoke of love, unity, and prepared them for the tragedy to come. Later that night in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus was arrested. Judas identified him with a kiss. As he stood trial before the Jewish council, he declared himself the Son of God, which was considered blasphemy. From there, he was brought before the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. Though Pilate found no fault in Jesus, he caved under public pressure and allowed the execution to proceed. The reasons for Jesus' condemnation were complex. For the Jewish authorities, it was about religious blasphemy. For the Romans, it was about political threat. Jesus was labeled King of the Jews, a title that could be interpreted as sedition against the empire. Jesus was forced to carry his own cross to a hill called Golgotha. When he collapsed under its weight, a man named Simon of Cyrene was compelled to carry it for him. There at around 9 a.m., he was crucified between two criminals. Darkness fell over the land at noon, and at 3 p.m. he died. According to the Gospels, Roman soldiers cast lots for his clothing. Some traditions suggest he was nailed through his wrists and feet, while others argue he may have been tied. Archaeological evidence confirms that crucifixion was real, though details vary. The Gospel of Peter, a non-canonical text, describes nails being removed from Jesus' hands after his death. Some Gnostic texts even claim Jesus never died on the cross, but rather someone else took his place. Meanwhile, Islamic scripture asserts that Jesus was not crucified, but was instead taken up to heaven. Regardless of the perspective, the crucifixion remains a defining moment in Christian theology. To millions, Jesus' death is the ultimate act of love, a willing sacrifice to redeem humanity. For historians, it's a powerful convergence of faith, politics, and social unrest under Roman rule. And for many around the world, Jerusalem, the city where it all took place, remains a sacred destination, a place where heaven and earth once collided in the shape of a cross.